Yeah, we are reading the books we already own. We're going through our bookshelf one book at a time, deciding what gets to stay and what has to go. And I just finished the third book in the Five Broken Blades trilogy. Oh, that's fun. They look so cute together. Here's the thing about this whole series, is that it is incredibly messy. I will say, both in writing and in characters. These characters are all mess all the time. The actual world building and plot structure of these books is a little all over the place. But despite all of that, I ended up really quite enjoying them a lot. Now, I want to speak specifically a little bit to Three Shattered Souls, which is the third book in the trilogy. Do not worry, I'm not going to be spoiling things. I'm going to be pretty vague here. I really liked the third act and the ending of this book and the ending of the trilogy. It is a tragic ending in a lot of ways, but it also leaves a lot of hope for our characters, which I loved. And it leaves some nice open-endedness for possible future spin-offs. I will say what I've loved about this trilogy is I feel like it's very fast-paced, like it's very easy to just read and read and read and read. But the first act of this book was actually the hardest part of the entire trilogy for me to get through. The pace seems to grind to a halt. The mini POVs causing some repetitiveness in the storytelling really started to get to me in the first part of this book. Like, I really truly felt like I was being fed the same information kind of over and over and over again. The first part of this book also kind of feels like it's playing for time until we get to the good parts later on, because really you could cut almost all of the entire first half of this book and you probably wouldn't even miss it. All that being said, there is still quite a lot that I enjoyed about this book. This book is really a big turning point for all of the characters. All of them are so broken at this point that they finally get to a point where they just accept that they're going to have to trust each other. There's a moment in the book where that kind of happens for all of them, and it is really beautiful. Writing of that scene is really good, and I would also say that some of the best writing moments of the entire trilogy are in this book. Even if structurally speaking, I think this book is actually the worst of the three. I'll say I do find myself sort of forgiving the first act and a half for not being so great because I ended up loving the ending so much. And I won't lie to you, it made me cry quite a bit. For all the pesky little writing grievances I have for these books, at the end of the day, I really came to love these characters a lot. And I love that in many ways they surprised me. In the first book, Royo and Eri were two characters I was like, these are gonna be my least favorite. I do not care about these two. And by the end, I loved them so much. For all their little missteps, these books did a really good job of making me care. For me, that love that I came to have for all these characters sort of outweighs all the little critiques I had along the way. Do I think this is the best fantasy trilogy ever written? Absolutely not, but I had a really great time reading them. So, you know, I'm gonna keep them. They're also so pretty. Like, they want to live on my shelf. There we go. They've been placed. On to the next. Next up on my shelf is a copy of The Tao of Pooh. If you can't tell from this very worn copy, I love this book, so it's staying. And that brings us to the next book that I haven't read yet, which is called The Hedge Witch of Fox Hall. No idea where this came from. Did I purchase this? Was it sent to me? I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and read this, and then I'll report back. Speaking of which, what are you reading off your bookshelf this week? Let me know in the comments.